Hi everyone, my name's Peter Doman. I'm the Director and CEO of Vancouver SEO Company, and thank you and welcome to a Q&A Monday. I thank you very much for the time that you've taken to invest in watching the video, and please by all means go through to the rest of the page on the website. We can have a look at the rest of the series. Today we're going to be talking about how it is that search engine optimization gets your business found online. And that, although quite an expansive topic, we're going to cover it in a relatively short period of time. And the idea is that search engine optimization is all about being able to get your website found by search engines. At the end of the day, that is it. It's a process that needs to be followed, and it gives you the ability then to go ahead and actually know that you can follow basically what we call it is wash, rinse, repeat. And you just keep moving through that process consistently. What we found over time is that the ability for search engines to find your website is very much paramount to the success of online of the business. So the online component will obviously also marry up with offline, so referrals, different types of print media, etc. But it's the ability for the online to actually go ahead and capture people's attention is what it is that we want and what we need to have happen. So effectively, for search engine optimization to occur first, you need to understand that it's a process, and that's it. So basically what it is, it's making sure that the contents and the structure of the site are congruent with what it is that you do. It's also making sure that everything fits together perfectly, so there's nothing broken. And it's just a matter of just then consistency. So it's a process of what it is that you do. That's all it is. There's no smoke, there's no mirrors, there's no explosions, no nothing. It's just following a set process, doing it consistently, and then you'll see the results will come. And the ability for us to look at it in a better sort of format, we'll go into what it is that probably three of the main elements are. So the first element is going to be making sure that the contents are relevant to what you do. So for example, search engine optimization, we can write posts about that all the time, but we also then expand off into how it is search engine optimization ties in with other parts of business as well. So for example, you'll have, if we were to write a blog post we've written a blog post about how it is that you then go ahead and do blog posting over summer. So summer in the Northern Hemisphere is a little bit different to, I suppose, the Southern Hemisphere in that that people take a lot of time off and they do other bits and pieces, and they're not really all that sort of motivated to get back into business. And what we've seen is that the ability for us to then go ahead and then drive that and change that is very much dependent upon how it is we want to approach it. So with the websites, for example, we need to make sure that the content is congruent and relevant to what we do. So with SEO, we can talk about a blog post that actually goes through and says, okay, this is the format you need to use for your summer posting schedule. It's relevant. But if I was to do a topic of SEO and summer, the two really aren't relevant. So it's the ability to have that congruence in the relevancy to what it is that you're talking about. And that helps to go through and make sure the site's getting found. Second of all, make sure that your site structure is actually working correctly. So if you've got a link on the home page that goes to nowhere, like the page doesn't exist anymore because you've changed it, then make sure everything like that is working on your website. And you need to make sure that everything is consistent and congruent in how it is that you do that. So approach it and test the website, make sure things are working, make sure the right links are going to the right place. That's very important. And just be generally, make sure you're aware of what it is that's happening on your own site. The last one is long-term strategy. Okay, so search engine optimization and the success of your website getting to a page one spot is dependent upon long-term strategy. It's not a short-term strategy. As I said, there's no magic, there's no smoke, there's no explosions, there's no nothing. It's just a process, and it's the ability to look at that process and follow that consistently over time, and that way you'll get the results you want. And I've seen it done in plenty of other businesses that we've helped. I know that most certainly even in our situation, where actually the business itself or the website itself had its first post 12 months ago today. And what we've seen is that the ability for us to then follow our own processes and use our own words of advice has led for us from going from page 15 to page 1 of search results. So we're currently on spot 3. So we're very happy with that. We know the process works, and that's what it all comes down to, is knowing that the process works. And it's the ability for us to then take that and then say, okay, look, this is what we've got. We've got the process. We know how it works. This is how we apply it to you. And it's the ability then for us to say, so talk to you about how it is that the long-term strategy then helps to grow the site, grow the business organically, and then move things forward. Now, we'll leave it there for the topic for today, and what we're going to talk about now is the book that we've got out now, which is called The Serious Business Owner's Guide to Attracting Ideal Customers for Life. It's got lots of little bits of business information in there. It's a very good read. We've currently got a deal going at the moment where for a small postage and handling fee, you can go through and have the book sent to you free. And if you've got any questions about the book, if you've got any questions about the topic that we've had today, there's 3 ways you can reach us. First of all, it's through our phone number, which is +1 778 938 8712, or you can reach us through our website, which is www.vancouver-seo-company.com, or you can reach us through email, which is frontdesk@vancouver-seo-company.com. Thank you very much for watching Q&A Monday. I do appreciate the effort and the time that you've put in, and I thank you for going through and watching the other videos in the series as well. If you do have any questions, please do reach out to us. Until then, look, we'll see you for our next session of Q&A Monday coming up next week. Thanks very much. Bye for now.